Hello, this is Silent Strider, and welcome back to the Striderverse. These videos are a free resource for DMs to use to get better acquainted with Roll20 and to streamline your games by improving processes. Today we are looking at dynamic lighting in Roll20, how to turn it on for a map, and how to set up some basic walls, doors, and windows on your maps. We'll go into an explanation on how it can be more immersive in your games and how to build around structures. So let's head to a map that, before that, again, I want to explain that on the left side of my screen, I have Firefox. This is representing the DM's point of view. On the right side of my screen is Microsoft Edge, representing the player's point of view. So let's head to a map. I'm going to grab the player ribbon and drag it to this page over here. So dynamic lighting is not turned on. The players immediately see the map. The player can grab their token, drop it on the board, and he immediately sees what's inside the house, all the features, the beds, the toilet, the tables, so on and so forth. If there were some creatures in there, like a bandit or something, or a bandit captain was in the building, and maybe a couple bandits as well. Oh wait, duh. Players can't drag those things to the board, only the DM can. Let's try that again. Bandit captain could be sitting at the table. Along with one of his buddies. So, as soon as the player stumbles onto the map, they can already see this information. Maybe the DM doesn't want that to happen. We can fix this by setting up dynamic lighting. So, to start off, I'm going to remove Kargath from the board. And like we did in the previous tutorial video, let's create a starting point for the players to drop their tokens into. I'm going to grab my drawing tool, grab the rectangle tool, make a red rectangle right over here for the players to start. We are on the map layer, so I got that. Now we can go to the token layer. I'm going to grab my nightlight NPC, drag him on here, drag another, and let's drag them off the edge of the map. There we are. Alright, dynamic lighting is still not enabled on this map. Now there's a way to do this. You can go to the map settings and then click on lighting and turn on dynamic lighting, but every time I do it this way I have trouble. So here's what I do instead. Cancel, close that. I'll go to the lighting layer. You have token, GM, light, map. So we're on the lighting layer. I'm going to click on the lighting tool, place light, and I'm going to click on the map. And it's going to prompt me, enable dynamic lighting, question mark. Dynamic lighting needs to be turned on to place lights. Would you like us to do this for you? I'll click yes. And now dynamic lighting should be turned on. Let's see. So now there's some lights on this map here. There's some lights right here. A fireplace. And let's just assume there's some kind of light hanging above this table. All right. Grab my select tool. So now Kargath doesn't have a token on the board, but he can see the starting area like I've done in the past on a previous tutorial, but he can still see what's going on here. He can drop his token. Kargath has night vision, 60 feet of it, and he can see that far. So now we need to set up walls, doors, and windows. Does this building have? Yeah, it has some windows. So still on the lighting layer, we're going to grab our drawing tool. I'm going to use the pen line tool. I'm going to change the color. I like using dark blue for walls. Dark blue for walls. And let's make some walls. So with the pen tool, when you click, you can then drag and click again to create a line, and then you right click to create a break. So let's start right here. Click, drag to the corner, click, drag over here, click. I'm going to zoom in a little more. Come on, you. Click, 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 click. And then I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to click here at the window, right click to create a break. And now we can see on the right side, I've created a block in vision. Let's keep going. I'm going to click here and then to this window, and then right click to break it. Click here, here to this window. Another break. The other side of this window to this window. Another break. This side of the window to the corner, up to this side of the window, and a break. Now we have some interior walls. Let's click, 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 break, door, click, and click, break. All right, another wall here from this corner down to here, and then across to here, and break, and then break. That's one more interior wall here, and down to the corner and break. That's all the interior walls. Now let's go back to our lighting tool and place door. It prompts you to restrict movement. Restricted movement means if a player tries to drag their token through a wall, the wall will prevent the token from passing through. So it's a good thing to have. So let's go ahead and turn that on. All right, there's a door here. So I'm going to place a door here. Now what we need to do is grab our select tool, and we need to grab these points and drag them to the lines we created for the walls. They need to overlap. If they don't overlap, it'll create some gap for vision to be seen through. There's another door. Let's grab this tool, place another door here, and another door here for the toilet. Select tool. Oh, I forgot to add lines to come off these walls. Oh well, we'll get to that. Door here, a door here. Make sure they intersect the lines. Go back to the drawing tool and I'll fix this pin line. Click here to the door, break, click here to the corner, break. All right. Now let's add, now these can be left like that to represent a window where a player can have vision seeing through the window and then out the other window. but you can also add a window tool. So we'll drop a window here. Works the same way as a door, a little bit different. So a door blocks vision, a door blocks vision and movement unless it's open. A window blocks vision, doesn't block vision. It blocks movement if it's not open. So let's place a window here, a window here, a window here, there, and that's it. Grab our select tool. We will place these lines. Those look like they are for the most part in the right spot. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. There we are. This one needs to be fixed. There. All right. We have dynamic lighting set up. We have walls placed. We have doors placed. And we have windows placed. Now, from the player's perspective, let's drop Kargath onto the screen. All right. He sees ahead of him, there's a house with a window. There's lights inside. The reason why he can't see this part of the house because it's dark. It's outside of his vision range. That's where his night vision ends. I can move it and you can see the change. If he gets close enough, he sees the edge of the house. But the light inside the house is casting out through the windows, giving a intersect of what he can see and the light being emitted. And then there's light being emitted out this window as well. As Kargath gets closer, on his side, he can see a door, and a player can click the door and open it. And now he can see inside the house. And he can walk inside. And the vision automatically adjusts to block what the player vision can see. So if he's right here, obviously this wall is preventing him to see what's in this corner here. But as he comes around, it dynamically changes based upon positioning, and he can see the barrels there. Moves further into the house. He can get past this wall into this, and he sees the chair and the couch. And he can see down outside the house through this window, and he sees the bedrooms. Now, earlier when I said restricting movement, when you started placing walls and it prompted you to restrict movement, I can't move him outside the walls. They're preventing me from moving the token. But where there's a door, it can move through there. Same thing with a window. But the window has to be open for him to climb through it. So click the window. Now it's open. The icon changed. Closed, open, and now he can move through the window. So as he moves in, the dynamic lighting dynamically changes as the token moves to reveal more of the map that he couldn't see. And he gets here, and now he's like, oh no! He just walked in upon a bandit captain and a bandit having a conversation. Not a good place to be when he's all by himself. So he turns around and hightails it out. So that's a basic view, a basic guide of turning on dynamic lighting on your map. So if we go back to the map page and then click on settings and go to lighting, you see it's turned on. I didn't turn it on here because I have problems with it not actually turning on when I check the box and then hit save. If I go back to it, it's not checked. And then it's not on the dynamic lighting page, but under the general page, which makes no sense. If we scroll down, we have the movement restriction as part of dynamic lighting. Barriers restrict movement. Personally, I think this on-off switch should be under the lighting page because it's related to dynamic lighting. So we showed you how to turn it on and off. We showed you how to place lights, doors, and windows, and we showed you how to draw use the drawing tool to create walls. Walls that will create intercept points for the doors and windows, and the walls create vision blocks. There's a few more tools you can use in dynamic lighting. There's some more advanced stuff, such as dotted lines. Creating a dotted line on the map layer will let you see through it, but still prevent movement. For creating like an elevated position where you can see, how would I explain it? From like a high up on a cliff, you could see off of the cliff down, but people down below looking up wouldn't be able to see you because the angle, even though it's a 2D map, in a 3D perspective, if they're way down there looking up at the edge of the cliff, they would just see the edge of the cliff, not what's on the other side of it. But you looking down could see them. But that's more advanced features that we can get into in a different video. Again, this is Silent Strider. I want to thank you for stopping by the Striderverse. I hope you found this video helpful, and hope it can help you improve your games. As always, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night.